The great estate of Collinwood in parallel time, 1840. The tension grows and grows, for the family has ignored the legend that, in each generation, one member, chosen by lottery, must spend a night in a mysterious locked room. And if the person emerges sane, the curse is over. But if the body is found, or if living, insane, the curse will go on. And this night, Quentin Collins, determined to find out why the curse exists, how it started, conducts a seance to try and summon up Brutus Collins, who in 1860 seemingly was the curse's first victim.
We seek the spirit of our dear departed ancestor, who remains so very close to all of us. His pain is our pain. Come to us now, Brutus Collins, so that we may free your spirit as you may free ours. Can you hear us? Give us a sign.
Lottery. Now. Lottery. Now. Or all will die. Plague. Die. Plague. Die. Plague. Die. The plague!
What do you mean, plague?
Carts going through the village.
The Black Plague? Is that what you mean?
Bodies burning. The smell of bodies burning.
It just couldn't be the Black Plague. It belongs to the Middle Ages.
It will happen unless the door,
Yes.
the locked door. One goes in, one must go in.
Who are you?
No one will escape.
How do you know these things?
Yes, how do you tell us?
He was cruel.
Who? Brutus Collins?
He killed. He was so cruel.
Did he kill you?
The plague. It is just. It is just.
Now tell me, why is it that the spirit demands that one of us sacrifice ourselves?
I can tell you no more. The room. Go to the locked room. Go.
Oh, Melanie.
Melanie.
Melanie. Darling, are you all right? Melanie?
I had one of my attacks, and Quentin, did I say who I was?
No. But it's my guess that you are the same woman as you are when you're having the attacks. Because when you have the attacks, you seem to know something about the curse. You remember how she was when she was at Father's coffin.
Oh,
Oh, Quentin, we'll discuss it later.
No, we won't.
But the child isn't well.
And she won't be well until this is solved.
Did you at least find out why the curse was placed upon the family?
No, we didn't. But we got a clue. The plague. Now, it's obvious that the disease is in this house because a generation of the family at one time refused to go along with the legend of the locked room. Now, it may be a coincidence that the disease is in this house. It's entirely possible that a seafaring man from the Orient came here just at the right moment But that would be easy to prove by the family history or the village archives.
Quentin, I don't feel that we know any more than
You
we
know,
did.
it's also possible that the woman who has possessed Melanie is also the same woman who has put the curse on the family.
Can't we please? Please talk of something else.
Oh, darling, I know how terrible it is for
Mama,
you.
how can you possibly know what it's like?
Melanie, please. Now listen, you've helped us very much. Now I'm going to go into the village and find out all that I can.
Oh, who can that be at this hour?
I will go, Mama.
Quentin, we shouldn't have put her through that.
We had to.
I'm terrified she's going to become that other person all the time. She's been so nervous since Stella was killed. We should have kept that from her.
Now listen to me. We've got enough secrets in this house. If she killed Stella, she deserves to know it.
What is it, Melanie?
Who's there?
It's the police. They want to question us about Stella's murder.
We knew we'd have to go through this questioning.
Look, I want you to take a deep breath and be as calm as you can be, all right?
Gentlemen, come in, please.
My wife. I have a secret. A secret I'm afraid to tell.
Well, you can tell me, can't you?
It's something I thought I'd never say in this house. In fact, I'm almost afraid to say it now.
What are you talking about?
My secret is that I'm happy. Very happy. Thank you.
Oh, Morgan. I do so much want to make you happy. And I was so afraid I wouldn't.
You're thinking of Bramwell.
That you... the chance you took because of me.
Perhaps I learned something that morning. Perhaps I learned, for whatever reason, I can win.
Didn't you know that?
In this house, sometimes it's difficult to know. But it's going to be different now that you're here. Quite different.
I hope so. I'll never be unpacked. I must finish.
Oh, tomorrow.
No, tonight.
Is there anything you don't do gracefully?
Many things.
I don't believe that.
But you'll learn.
Oh, if we only have the time. Think of all the wonderful things we're going to learn about each other.
We'll have the time, Morgan.
When you say that, I almost believe it.
We'll spend many years in this room. I can feel it. Oh, Morgan, let's start a family as soon as we can. I do so want to have children. Your children. What's wrong?
It's out of the question. We will not discuss it.
What?
We will never have children.
You don't mean that.
How can we, Catherine? Knowing what they have to go through. The lottery. Having to go into that room. No, Catherine, we will never mention that again.
I can't believe you're saying this.
Well, what other choice do I have?
You have the choice whether or not to let that room dictate your life.
The fact is...
The fact is that you believe too strongly in a legend.
But you know my father. You know what happened to my father after he went into that room. And Melanie. She tried to kill you, Catherine. You know what happens to people who even enter it. Now, I don't wish to discuss this any further.
We will discuss it. I intend to live my life here as I would if I lived in any other house.
But you can't.
See, Morgan, you married the wrong woman if you think I'll give in to superstition.
No, that's not it.
Until it's proved otherwise, that's what I'll believe.
Well, you're a fool.
Morgan, just a few moments ago you told me how happy you were. You won't be happy long. Not unless we live our lives as others do. Morgan, we must have children. We must.
I never want you to mention that again.
They're gone.
They know I killed Stella.
Then they know more than we do.
They kept watching me. Every time they asked a question, they were watching me.
It was just your imagination.
It was not. They didn't believe anything any of us said.
And we can blame Stella's brother for that.
Oh, no, we cannot. We can blame ourselves because we were lying. Every one of us. You in saying that Stella left the house suddenly. And Quentin in saying that he saw her leave. And me. Me most of all.
Melanie, let's go to our room.
Melanie, hey. Oh, come on now, look at me. The police believed every word we told them. Now look at me. Who could deny the word of a Collins?
Quentin, I do so hope you're right. Good night.
Good night.
She's right, you know.
Well, we weren't at our best.
I'm afraid our questioning has just begun.
Well. My darling, I have just left your house. How unbelievable it is to me that I shall not see you again for months or years. But I love you so much that I will make it months. In the city, I will have success. I will get money. I will be able to give you everything you ever wanted. Your love will make me perform miracles that I couldn't do alone. We will be together soon. I promise you. And once we see each other again, we will never be parted. You have my heart.
I just wanted to say good night.
Thank you, Melanie.
You're not afraid when I come into your room, are you?
Oh, no.
I know it's going to be terribly hard for us to become friends.
We will.
Catherine, you've been crying.
It's just a mood, that's all. I'm afraid I've never learned to control my moods. I was just thinking of all the choices one has to make in life.
Or the choices that are made for us.
Oh, I believe we make our own.
Even here, at Collinwood?
Yes, even here.
I don't know. I always believed that I had the right to do anything I pleased with my life. But now... Well, I guess that each of us has a secret he must live with.
Yes.
Plague? Off on another wild chase.
Listen to this. In 1748, Mortimer Collins spent 5 guineas to have a tooth extracted by a dentist. They spent a whole paragraph complaining about it. Now, if any of the Collinses had the plague, believe me, it'll be in here.
Well, what does it mean if he really did have? Oh, really, Quentin, a seance? And with a mad girl as your medium. The sooner you all realize that Melanie is mad, the better off we're all... Quentin, you're not listening to
Morgan, the plague was at Collinwood. It says so right here. It started in this house in 1680. 4 members of the family died. Spread to the village. Carts with the dead went daily to the burning ground.
All spread by a diseased ghost.
The first symptom was a raging fever. Then black marks appeared. It's all right here, dear brother.
Well, that's quite encouraging. If none of us have to go into that room until after the plague starts again, we could live for generations.
The plague stopped as mysteriously as it started. The villagers insisted that it ended so quickly because of some strange supernatural force.
Oh, Quentin, please don't bring up any more legends. We have quite enough as it is. Now put down that book. I want to talk to you. Seriously. This is much more important than the plague. It's about Bramwell and his mother. I want them out of the old house and off the property.
Morgan, you won the duel. Isn't that satisfaction enough for you?
It is not.
Father gave Bramwell's parents the house.
Well, isn't there something we can do?
Yes, there is. Live up to Father's agreement. Now forget it.
I can't. As long as Bramwell is on this property, he's going to make trouble for me. I know it.
Catherine, you're going to be very good for all of us here in this house. I really mean that.
Thank you, Melanie. I hope so. I'm going to try.
Good night.
A wife is not supposed to argue with her husband. She's supposed to just accept. I'm afraid I've never learned how to do that.
You will.
I'm not so sure that that's true, Morgan.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to try. What's this? It's a letter from Bramwell, isn't it? Isn't it? You have my heart.
It was written years ago.
I don't believe you.
You can look at the date.
You are my wife. Why are you reading his letters?
Found them when I was unpacking.
You're lying.
My maid put them there. I didn't know they were there.
You brought them here?
She put them there.
You're lying. You're still in love with him.
I married you, Morgan.
Give me his letters.
Morgan!
All right, I'll look for them myself.
You have no right!
Yes, I do. You are my wife. You will never read these letters in this house again. Ever!
Will you forbid me never to think of them? Am I allowed to have no past? Even one that has ended? Are you Collinses born and bred in this house the only ones allowed a past? That's wrong, Morgan. That's so wrong.
Oh, Catherine, love me. Love me as much as I love you. Please, love me.
What did we do to deserve this? God, how much must we go through? Do we have to go through this now? When will the punishment end?
Mother,
Oh, no.
she's dead. Melanie's dead.
I can't believe it.
She died in my arms.
You shouldn't have gone in her room.
I had to. She was crying. I heard her.
You must take her body to the village.
No, Mother.
She must be burned. She had the plague. She had the plague. She must be burned. It's not our fault. For everyone's sake. She must be burned. Burned! Burned!
No.
Burned!
Melanie. Melanie!
Burned. Burned.
What's wrong?
I'm burning. Burning. Don't touch me.
Oh, my God, the fever. Mother, stay out.
What is it? What's she saying?
The plague. It has come back.